Down in the valley where the girls get naked. If they throwing bands, then you know she gon' shake it. 1, 2, break 'em. 3, 4, break. Y'all, I'm sick. I do not feel good. And I was like, I gotta get out here. I gotta perform. I gotta do the fucking song. I gotta do the review. I don't have any energy. And I feel terrible. So before we get to the theme song, let me just tell you that I don't have it all committed to memory like I wish I did. We gonna do the song, y'all, but let me just tell you about. So last weekend, remember I told you me and Mr. had our staycation and celebrating birthday and anniversary because we couldn't the week before because I was in LA. Okay. What I didn't tell you guys was Sunday night, by the time we made it back to the house, Mr. had like a full cough. Like we thought the nigga was gonna die. Like he could not stop coughing and it was really, really bad. But Mr. also gets, when he gets sick, it'd be a whole production. It'd be a whole bunch of coughing, sound like he gonna cough up a lung. And you know, we all just be like, okay, Mr.'s sick, okay? But of course, with the day and age of COVID and all, we were all concerned. Joe was like, I gotta go to work in the morning. Like, I'm gonna be around these kids. School starts back up on Monday. And here, Mr. up in here with all this, okay? And it was a whole lot. So, Mr. took a COVID test and it was negative. So, we had already figured that it was either gonna be COVID or bronchitis because Mr. gets bronchitis every year, every few years or something like that. And whenever he gets it, it's like this, okay? All I'm not making fun you guys, but it'd be a whole lot. You ain't heard this kind of coughing unless you got a husband in your house. So anyway, Monday it had got so bad that Mr. ended up going to the hospital and took the test, didn't have Rona, didn't have pneumonia, ended up having bronchitis. So I was relieved because I was like, okay, I didn't feel sick or anything, but I was just like, okay, well, at least I know you don't have COVID, you have bronchitis. I didn't even think that you can get bronchitis from somebody, but apparently there is a contagious period when you have bronchitis. And so I felt fine all week. Friday night, after all of that singing on the top of the blogs video, I started feeling kind of sick. When I woke up yesterday morning, my throat was kind of scratchy. Didn't have much energy, but was okay. And then, of course, this morning I wake up and my head feels like it's so much pressure. I can't barely hear. I don't feel good. And I was like, God, I gotta, on all the days I gotta do this review. I have to. I want to go back and get in my bed. But we have a commitment to P-Valley. Get this fucking review done. So that's what we here for today. Okay. Now I said that we was gonna do the full song today. So that's what we doing. Get your throats ready. Cause I want y'all to sing along with a bitch. Okay? And let's hope I can make it through without coughing. I'm gonna try not to edit this out because I need to get this done so I can go get my ass back in the bed. Y'all ready? And I'm not sure if I have the Rona. I am still going to take a test. When I finish this video, I'm gonna go up there and take a test. I don't have any really too much coughing. It's just my head. It really feels like a sinus infection. But I've never had Rona, so I don't really know what I'm supposed to feel like. I just know I don't feel good. Okay. All right, y'all. So y'all gonna be patient with me in this review? Okay. Let's get to the song first. Down in the valley when the girls get naked. If you throwing bands, then you know she gonna shake it. 1, 2, break 'em. 3, 4, rake 'em. These niggas grind hard, but these bitches grind harder. Coming out the band. Down in the valley where the girls get naked. If you throwing bands, then you know she gon' shake it. 1, 2, break 'em. 3, 4, rake 'em. These niggas grind hard, but these bitches grind harder. Climbing out the pole just to get from the bottom. The crowd below, don't let them take your show. The crowd below Stay ready for the show. Let's try it again. Down in the valley when the girls get naked. If you throwing bands, then you know she gon' shake it. 1, 2, break 'em. 3, 4, break 'em. These niggas grind hard, but these bitches grind harder. Climbing up the pole just to get from the bottom. The crowd below, stay ready for the show. The pimps, the dough, don't let it take your soul. We make falling on the sky look easy. Look at my bitches gangster walking on the ceiling. Green on the floor, money talk, can you hear me? The world is addicting, but dreams is expensive, keep spending. Okay, now this is the part. Work hard for the top, can't fall now, but whatever goes up must fall down. What do you do when the power's out? Kids can't do nothing to scream and shout. We all live, Work hard for the top. Work hard for the top, can't fall now. Work hard for the top, can't fall now, but whatever goes up must fall down. What do you do when the power's out? Kids can't do nothing, streams out. We all choose to live, but it's different route. Take the shit to shine, gotta make it count. When you live and die by the paper route, spend a dime just to make it out, just to make it out. Yeah, down in the valley where the girls get naked. If you throwing bands, then you know she gon' shake it. 1, 2, break 'em. 3, 4, rake 'em. Nigga, let's do that one more time. Work hard for the top, can't fall now, but whatever goes up must fall down. What do you do when the power's out? Kids hunger, can't do nothing, scream or shout. We all choose to live by the different routes. Take shit to shine, gotta make it count. When you live and die by the paper route. The wrong time to get sick, y'all. Work hard for the top, can't fall now, but whatever goes up must fall down. What do you do when the power's out? Kids hunger, can't do nothing but scream and shout. We all choose to live by the different routes. Take the shit to shine, gotta make it count. When you live and die by the paper route, spend you a dime just to make it out. Yeah, down in the valley where the girls get naked. If you throwing bands, then you know she gon' shake it. 1, 2, break 'em. 3, 4, rake 'em. Y'all, that's gonna have to do. Nigga, when I tell you my head feel like it's about to explode, bitch, what? Anyway, y'all, the review, let's get to it, shall we? All right, you guys, so I know we all have a lot of opinions about the show. We're going to talk about all that at the end. Let's just get through the review first, okay? So, the show opens with Andre and his wife arguing, okay? So is this the bitch that you've been, saying her name in the middle of the fucking night while I'm out there slaving with these people with the Rona? She was like, I guess I deserve this. And Andre was like, yeah, you fucking do, okay? So she looking... and he looking, and of course, Autumn, Lakeisha, Haley is standing there in the middle of them watching. And then she was like, oh, it's a crowd gathering outside. Okay, they're about to read the results. So he looks at Autumn and was just like, can you give me, give us a second. So she leaves on out. And I'm going to tell you, this conversation that Andre and the wife had, I was just like so irritated. He tells her that he's in love with another woman, okay? And it ain't too late for her to go back to her man, the one that she should have married in the first place. And she was just like, I'm in love with you. And she don't want to leave Andre. Well, we got a little problem here, don't we? Andre was like, well, which man are you in love with? Are you in love with the fake old Andre? Or are you in love with the real new Andre? Okay, the one that you know of, that got the damn father that's in jail for murder and the mama that's a drug addict, okay? I just showed you what I thought you wanted to see, but that ain't the real me, okay? But I guess old girl is saying she in love with him. Anyway, we about to get to these results. And Corbin come busting in, celebrating, already in the celebratory mood. Okay, it's fixing to go down great for Corbin. Okay, you been in the lead all night. All right, it's good times for Andre. At least that's what we think. So Andre goes out because it's just about time for Andre to accept his new position as mayor of Chucalissa, Mississippi. And when he goes out there, his phone rings, and we think that that's the mayor who is calling to concede. And we hear a voice that says, keep your head up. Okay, sounds like Autumn, Lakeisha, Haley. And, he just kind of looking confused, like, who is this? And then somebody yells from the audience, Have you talked to the mayor-elect yet? Okay, confusion, right? Oh, it is confusion, considering we see Patrice Woodbine. She's over there. She got the saints and the ain'ts all surrounding her. Okay, they are praying over her as she's about to accept this defeat. At least that's what we thought. But then she gets a phone call from the present mayor and saying, I'm calling to congratulate you. Okay, this is a concession call. And she is looking like, what the hell you say? Child, Patrice Woodbine and snuck up and snuck past that old Andre. It seems that the current mayor, who is also Corbin's brother, don't forget, is pretty excited about that, okay? Looking forward to doing business with old Patrice Woodbine. So yeah, looks like old Patrice Woodbine is going to be the mayor of Chucalissa. She looks so shocked. I was shocked. I just knew that Andre had this in the bag. And that is going to be interesting to see Patrice Woodbine in that capacity. But in the meantime, Andre's ass is molded. But we'll get back to Andre later. At the Pynk, y'all, is like old times. It's full capacity, probably past 75%. Okay, DJ Never Scared is back in the DJ booth. Okay, introducing Murder like old times, you guys. Right when Murder is waiting to be introduced to the crowd, he's waiting. And he looks over at a mirror, and the mirror is broken and shattered. So you see about 8 different reflections of Lil Murder. So he's just looking over in the mirror, and you can tell he's having a battle with himself. Which one is the real Murder? Which one is the one that he presents to the world? Which one is the one that he wants to be? Okay? Out of all of those murders up there, he just looks kind of upset with himself. But the stage calls, he has to go out. So he puts his grill in and he goes out there. You know, everybody is crunk and hype and everything. And then Lil Murder was like, kill the music, little nigga, kill the music. Everybody was like, what? Kill the music? Okay, it's real quiet up there. And Lil Murder just looking out. Somebody was like, nigga, is you gonna rap or what? Like, well, what the fuck we here for? Okay? And that's when Lil Murder hit him with the 7 pounds of pressure, y'all. And, you know, he freestyling and it's real hard and it ain't no music. You know, it's all just, it's all just acapella, because y'all gonna tell me I'm saying it wrong. Anyway, it's all acapella. And then when the music finally drop, here come Mercedes. Okay, this is the song that he let Mercedes listen to. It's become her song. And as he performs it, Mercedes has all of the confidence that she needed. That little conversation that she had with Lil Murder was necessary. Okay, who would have ever thought that this child would actually be happy? She get up on that pole, y'all, and she worked that damn pole out. Okay, just like the Mercedes experience that we all know and love. So, yeah, everybody is excited. Mercedes is up there working it out. I was like, this is probably going to be Mercedes' last dance. The energy that she was giving it when she flipped off that motherfucking pole and went into a split, bitch. I was like, bitch, you better do that. You better do that. Oh, y'all, I'm telling you, I'm out of breath. I sure hope I ain't got that fucking Rona. That goddamn mister, you infected me. Just all that fucking carrying on. Anyway. Oh, my head is so light, y'all. Let me just, okay, hold on. So they finish the dance, finish the performance, go back in the back, and Uncle Clifford is crying. I said, oh, Lord, this is it, y'all, this is it. So, you know, they go up to him like, Uncle Clifford, is everything okay? And, you know, she was just like, she wouldn't drink the water. She didn't drink the water. And Mercedes was like, what does that mean? And Lil Murder was like, Grandmother Ernestine, okay, is she still with us? And Uncle Clifford looks at him and says, yeah, she's still with us. Okay, she's still alive. She made it through. And she starts crying, and Mercedes, you know, they hug her and everything. She was like, whew, bitch was about to pass out. I said, Uncle Clifford, not just you. We all thought that this was the end of the road, too. So at least we got some good news on Grandmother Ernestine. Now, the next day, Andre, you know, he's settling in, okay? He's not going to be the new mayor, but that don't mean that he can still make his imprint on Chucalissa, all right? So as he is standing out in front of his house and there's a line of women, okay, all made casseroles and special dishes for him, all right, as his wife. Now, the thing about this whole thing is you want the wife to stand beside you as your wife, you know, while you this whole political shit that you doing, but you don't love her. She's in love, you know, she blowjobbing the doctor out there. And like, how's this gonna work? The lady is gonna stand by your side when half of the women in Chucalissa want you, and then you got a baby mama that's out there that you don't even know about yet, but still. So I'm just sitting there like, this is stupid, because the damn wife, girl, ain't no way that I would be sitting up there. I don't give a fuck even if I didn't want to be with him, nigga. You ain't gonna be with him either, Autumn. Okay, so, you know, the ladies are standing in line. They giving Andre his food or whatever. And then Haley is in the line, okay? And she's smiling. You know, she opened up the little Tupperware and it got cigars in there. And, you know, they both kind of look up at the wife. And she was just like, you know, she's sticking around. Yeah, for now she's sticking around. But Andre is about to stick around for the whole time, okay? Because he let us know that he's going to open up a law office up in Chucalissa, moving from Atlanta back home. All right, it will be Andre Esquire, whatever his last name is. Andre Washington, was it? Haley said, well, that's going to be on you. I'm still about to be in the wind because I'm fixing to get my money from the promised land and I'm about to be gone. And he was like, you still think that the promised land people going to give you that money? Yeah, they going to give me that and more. He was just like, okay, well, I guess I'll be seeing you around. This worked out perfectly for Andre, okay? The bitch that he in love with is leaving, so he ain't got to deal with her while he deal with his wife or whatever's going to go on with her, so. When she's walking away, Andre was like, you still didn't tell me what you said you needed to tell me. And she was just like, I'm about sick of Haley and these fucking riddles, bitch. You gonna need you to talk some fucking English. Sometimes the words not spoken is the words that haunt us the most. Girl, stop trying to be all this cloak and dagger. They get on my nerves, you guys. I'm sorry. Haley gets on my nerves. She was like, you'll hear from me soon enough. I'm gonna need your help with the contract that I'm about to sign. Okay, so we thinking that she about to go and sign this damn contract with the with the promised land people, even though the other contract could be the one with the 2 babies in her belly. Okay, that's his lifelong contract that he don't even know about yet. Anyway, Haley, after she leaves, she called old girl, promised land lady, okay, and was just like, bitch, where my offer at? And she was just like, oh, Miss Haley Colton, I thought that I would hear from you. And Haley was just like, that's right, bitch, I want 15 million. Where's my check? She was just like, somebody sure did blowed on your dice last night. Look at how lucky you are that that referendum went through. But what you don't know, baby girl, is that I don't need the Pynk anymore. And Haley was just like, what? You do need the Pynk. Okay, because you can only build casino on lakefront property, and remember, the Pynk is where the property is. That's what you need. And she was just like, oh no, that's what I thought I needed, but baby, I can bring the water to wherever I need it to go. Just like how power flows in this town. Okay, water knows how to flow just the same. Girl, I bet you wish that you took that $5 million I offered you the other day in my salon. Now you have a nice day. Bye, bitch. Was you trying to say biatch? Or was this just bitch? Honey, she hung up that phone and that damn Haley Colton, Lakeisha Savage, Autumn Night looked real sick. I was like, that's what the fuck you get. And then we see Corbin. He's sitting at the property with his brother. Okay, sitting on the porch. And he's looking at the paper. And it's saying how, you know, the referendum passed and the Chucalissa got a new mayor and all of that. And he slams the paper down and I was like, ooh, that Corbin is about to blow a gasket. But then he sits and he clings his glass, his mimosa with his brother. And I was like, wait a minute, what is this? Brother drink his mimosa. He set his drink down. He go and walk down the stairs and he's just like, yes, I got you motherfuckers. You know, he's all celebrating. And I was like, oh, did somebody just pull the wool over our eyes and we missed it? Child, we missed it. But I think Corbin had some sort of plan all this time. Okay? And maybe it works out better that Patrice Woodbine is the mayor. Ain't even got to deal with Andre now. And they about to make buku money with this lakefront property that they about to have. Bringing the water to yourself. Isn't that what Clifford told Corbin? That plan worked. Now, Murder and Clifford are in the bed together. And Murder asked Clifford how was last night. And, you know, Uncle Clifford was like, oh, this sex in the morning thing, like, I'm going to have to get used to this. She was like, no. He was like, no, that's not what I mean. I'm talking about the performance. And Uncle Clifford was like, oh, the performance. Okay, well, y'all could have used the sound check. You need to keep the mic a little bit closer to your mouth so everybody can hear and understand what you're saying. And, you know, we got to do some costume changes, some wardrobe changes. Pants too tight. We need some shit the next size so your balls can hang free. And Lil Murder was like, dang, I got to do all of this before I leave today, all these changes. And Uncle Clifford was like, where you going? Lil Murder's going on tour with Tina Snow. Oh, okay, so you are leaving. You leaving today? Yep, leaving today. Well, when you coming back? Lil Murder was like, it's gonna be about a Mississippi Minute. And Clifford was like, and we know sometimes the Mississippi Minutes don't never end. Okay, so maybe we need to just call it quits and say goodbye now. Because as far as Uncle Clifford is concerned, you know, they can live the fantasy up in this, you know, these four walls and everything, but the real life is what Clifford is concerned with. Real life outside of the fantasy of the Pynk is that he is a transgender woman who is there at that house, and she has a boyfriend who is a big hot rapper, up and coming. We know that the rap scene does not accept this kind of lifestyle. This shit is just way too complicated. And Uncle Clifford is smart enough to know that Lil Murder don't need this kind of complications in their life. But Lil Murder was just like, I was just thinking, like, if the world is just about to get to know me, like, what if I introduce them to the real me? Which is probably what a lot of rappers out there who are battling with this exact same problem in real life, you know, wanting to be who they are. I think that society is a little bit more accepting of a gay rapper, but it's probably best when we're introduced to them that way, as opposed to everybody knowing them as a certain way and then trying to reshape their mind around like their actual real lifestyle. So if you are going to come out the closet, right now is the time to do it. I agree with Lil Murder. It takes a lot. I'm not saying that it ain't hard. And I don't know if I would have the balls to do it if the shoe was on the other foot, but I understand what Lil Murder is trying to say. Uncle Clifford was like, no, we not doing that. Now, you smarter than that. You smarter than that. You know how difficult that will be. Okay, you need to go on and take care of your career. Okay, because you about to be this this big ass star, and Chuckalisa can't hold you back. So you go. Don't worry about me. My grandmother Ernestine is coming home today anyway. I got my grandmother back. That's all I need. I was like, well, damn. That was kind of harsh. So Lil Murder was just like, oh, well, I guess I better get my shit and go. And Uncle Clifford was looking at him like, yeah, I guess maybe you should. Okay, trying to have up this tough exterior. I was like, Uncle Clifford, now you know you don't want that boy to leave. Why are you telling him all of that? So when Lil Murder walks out the room, you know, Uncle Clifford looks heartbroken. Well, you just pushed him out the door. Jumping over to Patrice Woodbine, honey. Patrice is over there in the mayor's office, and she looking around like she can't believe that this is where she done landed, child. She looks up at the walls, and child, she starts tearing down the posters of the current mayor. She starts tearing them down, and then she goes and sits behind the desk. Puts her feet up on the desk, and then that damn chair flip over. And if that ain't a foreshadowing of what Patrice Woodbine's career as a mayor for Chuckalisa's gonna be. But honey, she get up real quick and she straighten her shit out. And then we see her on TV talking to the news reporter. Okay, well, wasn't this something for you for that casino referendum to go on and pass? Okay, like, what you gonna do now, Pastor Woodbine? Okay, you gonna be the mayor? You gonna be the pastor? I may be the mayor of Sodom and Gomorrah right now, she said, but I'm not putting my Bible down. Oh no, honey, the queen can wear 2 crowns. I said the queen can probably wear 2 crowns, but can you serve 2 gods? Because the last time I checked, the church and the state don't mix. But as far as Patrice Woodbine is concerned, honey, she gonna do them both. Don't worry about it. As a matter of fact, just call her from here on out. That damn Mercedes is watching it on TV like, this bitch stay doing too much. She just disgusted with her mama as usual, and then there's a knock at the door. These knocks always come at the strangest times, okay? She opened the door, and it is a package, you know? So Mercedes rushes to open the package, and of course it is from old girl, the coach's wife. What's her name? Y'all know what her name is. And so Mercedes calls her, and she was just like, oh, Mercedes, you must have gotten the package. She was like, I did, girl. What the fuck am I supposed to do with all these big ass pictures of me? Okay, and this check, All right, is that the money that you owe me? You know, that the coach owed me? She was just like, no, that ain't the money that the coach owe you. That nigga still owe you $40,000. No, I'm giving you the check from the royalties, since you was the subject of my exhibit, and considering the fact that I didn't even ask you if you wanted to do it, the least I can do is give you the royalties from the exhibit. Mercedes was like, is that the way it is with art? And she was like, no, not usually. Okay, you better be glad that I like your puss. That's the only reason why I'm paying you, girl. Otherwise, I'd have took this money and ran. She trying to make good by Mercedes, so she gave her the check, told her to have a good life. And these royalties is gonna be forever, so you gonna always get a check from old wifey as far as she's concerned. Now, grandmother Ernestine has made it home. When she gets home, she's full of energy. What? It smell like bussy up in here. Clifford was like, oh, that's just your nose from the Rona. There's a knock at the door, and it's Big L, it's Duffy, and it's Uganda. That's what Uncle Clifford like, what y'all doing here? And Big L was just like, yeah, we was hired by grandmother Ernestine. She, come on in here, boys. Okay, is Uganda with him? She's so happy to see her Black Panther there. But she tells Uncle Clifford that she about to have a party. Okay. And Uncle Clifford was like, what kind of damn party you about to have? Like you just got home from the hospital. Okay, you ain't fixing to have no party. She was just like, yeah, well, instead of knocking on death's doors calls that she was supposed to make, she made some bitch about to fuck up life calls instead. She having a party because, honey, God ain't through with her yet. Okay, and Big L and Duffy and Uganda is gonna help her. So you guys know that grandmother Ernestine ain't paying Clifford no never mind. Okay, she about to go upstairs and change her panties. Cracking up. She said some of the most random shit. So anyway, Uncle Clifford is following her up the stairs, and then she hears a voice from behind like, let her go. Now you know grandmother is right. So Uncle Clifford goes back downstairs and has a vision of her mother that's sitting in the living room, and she was like, you know your grandmother is right. Okay, you let love walk out the door today. And Uncle Clifford was like, what love do for me? Love ain't do a damn thing for you. You was in love and look what happened to you. Okay, it killed you. And she was just like, no, love didn't kill me. All right, a virus killed me. I said, oh, she died from AIDS. Okay, but she took a chance on love, something that you not willing to do. You didn't push that boy right out this door when he was actually trying to make a commitment to you. Mama said, yeah, I might have died from love, but I took a risk. Okay, and sometimes good things come from taking risks. So Mama trying to talk some sense into Uncle Clifford, and we hear grandmother Ernestine like, I'm going to the Pynk. Okay, come on if you want to. So then, you guys, we see Lil Murder about to get on the bus. Okay, Uncle Clifford told him to go, right? About to get on the bus and go. But before he leaves, we see Mississippi pull up in her car, and he gets off the bus and he gives her a bag of money. She was like, what is this for? And he was just like, yeah, for the tour, the money that I owed you. All right, but she about to go get her kids, and she fixing to get gone in the wind. And you know, they both agree that their secrets are safe with the other, and so she gives them a hug, and then she was like, you gonna miss her? And Lil Murder was like, what you think? Okay. And she was just like, well, unlike me, who's fixing to get out of here, you ain't got to go nowhere. So she give Lil Murder a little something to think about. But she is about to go get her babies and head to the West Coast. Now, Mercedes, with that check, first thing that she went and did is got her place. Remember, she been still trying to get this gym open for her dance team, right? And now it looks like she got it. So she got her pole put up, and she's practicing on the pole there. Old Mercedes still got the experience, okay? And then we see somebody walk in the door. It's Patrice Woodbine. This is the first time that these two have been on screen together this whole season. Mercedes was like, what the hell are you doing here? And Patrice was like, well, you know what? As the new mayor of Chuckalissa, I'm going around and meeting all of the small business owners. I thought this was gonna be a gym for the girls. Okay, why you got a pole here? Because that's what Mercedes does. She gonna incorporate a little class for all you old bitches out there who want to act like they getting on the pole but don't know what they doing. But anyway, Mercedes is feeling a little bit different for Patrice Woodbine. You know, she's always had a soft place in her heart for her mother. And she says, looks like we both learned how to dream new dreams, huh? All right, and it's paid out for both of us. Ain't that right, Mayor Bishop? And Patrice kind of chuckles. She said, boy, that new title is going to have me busy. And Mercedes was like, tell me about it. You might have to let one of them go. And she was just like, oh no, honey, the queen can wear 2 crowns. All right, God ain't going to give me more than I can handle. So anyway, she's sitting there talking to her, and she tells her how Shell called the hotline for the church because she needed prayer. I guess she was feeling guilty about all the things that had happened. And Mercedes was just like she got her damn nerves calling up to the church. All right. What does she want? Well, she also wanted to see if I could watch Tarika while she goes to rehab. And I was like, that motherfucking bitch Shell. Listen, I'm glad that the lady getting the help that she needs, but bitch, you know that this girl has a natural born mother, the woman that birthed this child, who been wanting this child all this time, and you clearly can't do it right now, who been asking and begging and pleading and scraping the fucking skin off her knees to get her baby back from you, and you go to Patrice Woodbine of all people. When I tell you that ain't nothing but an old hateful ass, hating ass bitch Shell, okay? I was just like, so you gonna give this child to Patrice Woodbine when you know what Patrice Woodbine is about? All right, so yeah, I'm so through with Shell. Child, so I was aggravated when I heard that, but when it sounded like Patrice was gonna do the right thing, it was just like, you know, being the Patrice Woodbine, you know, the mayor bishop of Chuckalisa, she might not have time to be raising this, you know, this 15-year-old child. Okay, so next thing we see, Tarika is in the room, and you know, Patrice is walking to the door, and when Mercedes sees Tarika, this is actually a very sweet scene. You know, Tarika runs up to her and gives her a hug, and Mercedes is so happy, like the roundabout way, but baby, you still got your child, and that's all that matters. Okay, Patrice was like, I'll go get the rest of her things out the car. I said, wait till Shell find out that Patrice then gave the baby to Mercedes. I hope Shell don't never get that child back. Now at the Pynk, Uncle Clifford is looking at old pictures, reminiscing, smiling. Okay, all is right with the world again. At least we think so. Autumn come busting in. Like, what the hell did you do? The Corbin-Kyle Canal? That's right, the Corbin-Kyle Canal. And this is when we find out that when Uncle Clifford went and talked to Corbin, the plan was, how about we just drill a little canal all the way to y'all property, and then y'all can put the casino there, okay, and make all the money that you want, and everything will be good that way. So we done circumvented Autumn and her shit. The Pynk still gets to stand there, and they'll still have some more lakefront property over there. Clifford was just like, oh, is that what they planned? Anyway, Uncle Clifford gives her the $250,000 that Corbin had given her to beat her ass, remember? And she was like, here you go. You take your $250,000 that you bought the Pynk for, and you go on about your way. She was just like, nigga, you done went and negotiated a backdoor deal with Corbin-Kyle of all people. Do you know how much money you done gave to these fucking white people? And Uncle Clifford was just like, bitch, let me tell you something. The white folks is always gonna have money. The white folks gonna always be in power. But this bitch right here, okay, I'm gonna be just fine. I'ma stay having this club. And she was just like, stupid ass, we could have split the money. And Uncle Clifford was like, I've been trying to get you to understand the whole time that it's not about the money. This is about my club. This is about my legacy. This is about me. What the fuck was I gonna do? I was gonna go where? I was gonna be what? This is what I am right here. This is where my memories are. This is where my dreams are. I'm gonna suggest that you go and do the same. And she was just like, you crazy if you don't think that any of these other bitches would have done what I did. And Uncle Clifford was like, they wouldn't. That's the difference. And you don't understand that. That's why you can't stay here. See, we've been trying to think that you was gonna be our sister when you came and saved the Pynk. Because she trying to tell her that if it wasn't for her, that the Pynk would have been sold for a penny. And Uncle Clifford was like, yeah, and if it wasn't for Diamond and Mercedes, your ass would be fucking dead. Now, we done killed your fucking boyfriend, all right? And we thought that we had a sister in you when we was, you know, going through all of that, all right? We thought that you was going to be riding for us the same way that we rode for you, but we found out quick, fast, and a hurry that is not what it's about, okay? So she's saying that she need to get more money because it's interest with all of the shit that she done did to keep this place above ground. And she kind of threatening Uncle Clifford like right there. And then we see Big L and Diamond. And Big L was just like, hiding bodies sound like enough interest to me. Don't you think, Diamond? And Diamond was like, yep. All right. So what could Miss Lakeisha Savage, Autumn Night, Haley Colton do? Nothing other than tuck her tail and walk her ass out of that damn room. Don't get it twisted now. The same way they got rid of Montavious, they probably could get rid of you too. You better know when to hold them and when to fold them. Right now it's time to fold. So she walks on out. And when she leaves, Uncle Clifford was just like, that bitch done forgot Uncle Clifford's rule number 88. Okay, just because a bitch know how to keep the peace, don't ever think that a bitch don't know how to wage war. You guys, I don't feel good. Oh my God, I'm so tired. I can't, my head, I'm so lightheaded. Now let's jump back over to Keyshawn. So after she left Lil Murder, she goes over to her stepsister's house. Now I always thought it was strange that all of a sudden the stepsister was back in the picture last week when we ain't heard shit about the stepsister in so many episodes, and the last thing that we did hear about the stepsister wasn't really favorable. So I was just like, girl, you really trusted your sister to watch them damn kids, huh? I don't know if that was a good idea, but I was hoping that it worked out well. The shit didn't work out well. She get over there to the house, and who opened the door but the old hating ass stepmama? Okay. Oh, Keyshawn. All right. I was looking at them kids, and child, that oldest one then got so big the last time I saw him, I was just like, wow, I had to call Derek and let him know that these kids done really grew. Keyshawn was like, you called Derek? Like, wait a minute, what? Yeah, girl, I called Derek. He came and took the babies. Keyshawn was like, I was supposed to take him to a doctor's appointment. Oh, well, Derek ain't said nothing about no doctor's appointment. I said, you know what? See, the Keyshawn, I don't know when your damn spout is going to blow, but this right here should have been the time that you beat this lady's ass. I mean, she ain't no blood, no kin to you. All right? So her fucking up this plan that wasn't the best kept plan, but at least it was gonna work out. I mean, you couldn't, at this point, them kids might have been safer in a motel room by themselves at this point, because this right here is the worst fucking case scenario. So of course that damn Keyshawn looked like she gonna throw up, and the mom is looking like, huh, bitch, that's right, your kid's gone with their daddy. And the stepsister's over on the stairs sort of like, I'm sorry, I didn't know what to, I was just like, oh. That bitch needed her ass beat. Beat! You hear me? So Keyshawn goes home because now she knows her babies are with Derek. And she walks in the house, and, she was just like, hey. And he was just like, hey, Keyshawn. Right when she about to start her speech, like, you gonna give me these damn kids and I'm gonna get the fuck up out of here. Then we see a white woman coming down the hall. Keyshawn was like, what's this about? This is old girl from the CPS. And apparently there has been an anonymous call to CPS talking about the babies being abused. And now they there to do a home check. And Keyshawn ain't going to be able to leave and go and do nothing. She's going to have supervised visits with the CPS people. And that, that's going to 6 months. And her and Derek got to do this, that, and the other. And, Keyshawn is just listening to this. And Derek is sitting over there, looking like... I guess because the baby had some scars on him or had some bruises on him, he making it seem like Keyshawn is the one that was beating them kids. All right. And this part to me, I mean, just from me working in Child Protective Services, I worked for DCFS. I was just like, all of this would have happened, but it would have happened differently. Okay. Basically, right when they were at the doctors, they would have called CPS right then. Then what would have happened was the emergency response team would have been put on the case. They would have gone to the house, and basically Keyshawn could have actually told them that Derek was beating the kids, and they would have actually made Derek leave. What they would have said was either the kids go with me into a foster home or Derek has to leave this house. Okay. Of course, I'm sure Keyshawn didn't know that, but that's what the real situation would have been. All right. They would have probably given her a choice, and that would have been her way to get some distance between them, and then maybe she could have left. I mean, I guess hindsight is 20/20, but this delayed response, I guess because it's COVID and everything, maybe we can just go on and give it a, maybe that's the reason why it took so long for CPS to make it over there. But the anonymous call now has caused problems for Keyshawn. She can't leave like she wanted to do. The lady is telling her like how many cases that they get this kind of shit over their desk all the time, and how she not gonna be. I'm not sure if the lady was really saying that or if that's just how Keyshawn was hearing it, because the lady was like, you not gonna be able to do nothing And, you know, the lady was all up in her face, and child Keyshawn just snapped. I said, of all the times that you should have been snapping, this is when you decide to snap, Keyshawn. Okay? Well, you got a house full of people already. They about to take your kids. They talking about your temper. They talking about these kids getting beat. And now you run over there and beat up Derek. I was just like, I've been trying with Keyshawn all season, you guys. I really have. My patience was short with her from last season with the shit that happened with Diamond. And now this. Okay? So I was just like, I mean, I know a bitch can only take so much, but damn. Okay? This motherfucker Derek done got away with it. You had so many opportunities to do something to this motherfucker. Now look at this. This nigga gonna have the kids. You about to go to jail. You know, now they not gonna let you have the kids because you've shown that your temper is bad. So they done took the kids. It's just a fucking mess, right? So I'm irritated about it. While she's screaming and yelling at Derek, you know, this is all your fault and all of this. The cop come over there, pick her up, slam her to the ground, arrest her. I was just like, oh, God. It was a fucking mess. I was just over it. I was so aggravated with Derek and the fact that he's alive and smugly looking at Keyshawn and all of that. Ugh. Anyway, Mercedes. So she's got her girl Tarika. She brings her on home. When they pull into the driveway, she see Maine. I forgot to tell you guys that while Little Murder was performing at the Pynk, Maine was actually in the audience like he was about to do something to Lil Murder, but maybe this ain't the time to do it. Okay? So, you know, Maine did retreat, but we now see that Maine got a serious problem with Lil Murder. So, anyway, when Mercedes pulls up, they get out the car. She was like, come over here. I want you to meet somebody. Okay, this might be your new stepdaddy. All right, not so fast. She get over there. She was like, this is Tarika. And Maine was just like, oh, is this your, you know, your daughter? And she was just like, yeah. Okay. And so then she was looking at, you know, Tarika looking at Maine kind of with hearts in her eyes. I was just like, well, we're going to have to keep our eye on Tarika. Okay. It was weird almost. You know, and Mercedes was like, okay, go on in the house, go on and get changed so we can go to this party tonight. Okay. But yeah, Tarika hot in the pants. Anyway, Maine ain't really feeling Mercedes like he was, because he felt like Mercedes has chosen a side. Okay. And she was just like, red and green, you know, that's Murder's gang. Blue and gold, that's Maine's gang. She was just like, we was all pink last night. Like, you know, did you see my dance? Like, I was up there, I was killing it. And he was just like, yeah, it would have been better if, you know, you wasn't over there with him. As far as Maine was concerned, that stage was red last night, and you was up there with the red too. She was like, man, it was just a dance. If anything, I'm loyal to the Pynk. And Maine was just like, you know what, you tell that F-ass nigga. Okay, the F word is a you know, derogatory gay name. I'm sure you understand what the word is. You know, you tell that nigga to watch his back. And she was like, don't you talk about Uncle Clifford like that. And he was like, that ain't the F word ass nigga that I'm talking about. Okay. And just walks off. Well, we know if it ain't Uncle Clifford, it's only Murder that you could be mad at. So she kind of got this confused look on her face. I said, all this been going on, child, and you been so wrapped up in your shit, you ain't knew that Uncle Clifford had a whole love story going on over there with Lil Murder. Now were you? Now, I forgot to tell you guys that Andre, I guess this man is coming to terms with his life. He goes to the prison and he goes to visit his dad, Abraham Watkins, not Washington, you guys. Abraham Watkins. Andre Watkins here to see his daddy. Fine. But anyway, the party, you guys. So everybody is there. They got the Pynk all set up. Okay, it's outside party because we got to still be safe. All right, we ain't about to have no super spreader moment here. Everybody's there dancing, laughing, having a good time. Uncle Clifford kind of salty. And Uncle Clifford's friends is there. It's like, you know, you need to learn how to enjoy yourself like your grandmother over there, honey. Grandmother Ernestine got Uganda over there with her, you know. That's her Black Panther. And she just the laughing and the giggling and all of that. Everybody need to be this happy in love, okay? And Uncle Clifford is just like, oh, they get on my fucking nerves. And then Pretty Brown Eyes come on by Mint Condition, which is my second favorite band of all time, you guys. And Uncle Clifford was like, oh shit, who done put a coin in the jukebox and playing my song? And they look over and child Lil Murder is leaning up against the jukebox. I was like, we about to get our cute little love scene. I can feel it coming. Uncle Clifford walks over to Lil Murder and was just like, boy, I thought that you was gone. And Lil Murder was like, nope, not gone. Plus, I had to come back and say bye to this shorty. Ernestine was just like, is that you, Little Murder? Yes, Little Murder. Okay, Little Murder, she say, is the best singer on the scene. She come and steal Lil Murder while Uncle Clifford is sitting there talking to Mercedes. She introduces Tarika to Uncle Clifford, and she was just fascinated with Uncle Clifford, like, oh my God, I love your nails. All right. And Uncle Clifford was just like, what is she doing here in the first place? And Mercedes was like, it's not a club tonight, it's a juke joint. All right. And she can be here, it's fine. But we're going to have to keep our damn eye on Tarika. Because Mercedes was just like, this child be to start selling weed behind my back. Like, I need to, yes, you definitely need to watch her. So then Mercedes notices that Uncle Clifford and Lil Murder are like looking at each other wistfully across the way, like Lil Murder's over there dancing with grandmother. And so she looked up at Uncle Clifford. She was like, that's you? And she was just like, girl, let's go inside. They get inside and Uncle Clifford is telling her like, girl, I got the club back and I got my bottom bitch back. And you was out there working that pole last night. Like, girl, it's fixing to be on. We about to be back on top. The casino gonna be down the street. We gonna still be here. Like, everything is good. And Mercedes was like, no, girl, I danced my last dance last night. And she was just like, you leaving me? Okay, you leaving me? Mississippi leaving me? Like, what is all this about? Mercedes says, no, we not leaving. All right, it's just, let's call it graduating. Okay, or dreaming new dreams like you told me before. And Uncle Clifford was like, well, who gonna take your place? And she was just like, nobody. Okay, but that's about the point. All right. I said, who gonna take your place? Well, I can just about guess who it's gonna be. It's gonna be Roulette. Because, honey, Roulette is setting up shop over there in the Pynk. Old girl that makes the clothes for the strippers, honey, she done signed herself up to work as part of Roulette's stable. Okay, you ain't got a bitch that looked like me. I was just like, oh my God, this is really about to be a mess. Roulette is about to have a whole prostitution ring outside the Pynk, or inside the Pynk, I should say. And then on top of that, while Mercedes and Uncle Clifford are talking, Big L was like, hey, Clifford, come here, let me show you something for a second, you know. Uncle Clifford was like, oh shit, what now? Okay, sit down and look at that. They look at the fucking computer and they looking at their account and they negative almost $25,000. I said, listen, if you was about to stage this whole coup on that damn Autumn Lakeisha Haley Savage Knight, whatever her name is, why the fuck would you still leave your money in an account that this woman has access to? Makes no fucking sense. I don't give a fuck that these people, this country, you can say all that you want. Clifford is still a business person, and Uncle Clifford had to know that this bitch would get up in there and steal the fucking money. I was so aggravated. I was so aggravated, you guys. I was just like, are you really fixing to tell me that nobody thought about this before now? Oh my God, I was so fucking mad. So they right back in the damn position that they was at the beginning of season 1 when they didn't have any money. You done gave this bitch $250,000 damn dollars of your money to hit the fucking road, and she done took that plus whatever was in the account. I was so aggravated. I was so aggravated. And of course we see Lakeisha, Autumn Haley, okay, in her white outfit. Ain't even trying to hide her white wig, her white outfit, and she walking, and then she just fade into the night with a smirk on her face. I said, that bitch. Okay? And damn it, I can't even be mad at her, because if you stupid enough to leave this fucking money in the account, then I know something. Ain't nothing else we can say about it, child. That Big L was just like, well, it look like we gonna be selling drugs in the Pynk after all. We about to make some money. Don't worry about it, boss. And what can Uncle Clifford do now? I guess you just gonna have to roll with the punches. You about to have drugs and prostitution in the Pynk. The Pynk is gonna be something totally different next season if we get one. We'll talk about that in a minute. But anyway, right now, Uncle Clifford can't worry about none of that. Uncle Clifford is just happy that her grandmother is alive, right? So she goes back out into the party, and they're playing Love's Ballad by LTD, right? And everybody is dancing and singing, and Uncle Clifford is just kind of enjoying herself on the dance floor, and then all of a sudden she feels some hands around her waist. And I was like, you guys know Rocky Love, right? So Uncle Clifford turns around and it's Lil Murder. Okay, and Lil Murder was like, bitch, you ain't dreaming today. All right, this is the real deal Holyfield. Okay, so they kind of dancing and they swaying. I was just like, you about to get lost in the moment, Uncle Clifford. I can feel it coming. And the next thing you know, child, they get to kissing on that damn dance floor. I said, now you was mad that Lil Murder didn't want to take a stand for your ass at the end of season 1, but baby, we doing it for season 2, and now what you got to say, Uncle Clifford? Ain't got nothing to say. Okay, when they finish and they look over, everybody at the party is standing there looking at them. Okay, Mercedes got a big ass smile on her face, and in that crowd, we also see her her mother. Okay, who kind of shaking her head like approvingly, like you took a chance on love. I don't know how this is gonna land. Okay, considering Murder got a target on her back, but for now we happy. Okay, Uncle Clifford was like, "What y'all looking at?" They was like, "You, shit, we ain't knew all this was fixing to go down." So it looks like a Lil Murder, being half of Uncle Clifford's age, you know, this new generation, they willing to take chances. So I'm not mad at a Lil Murder. I mean, if you want to stand on something, then I guess this was the time to do it. You know, and so it looks like Uncle Clifford, at least for now, has a boyfriend. But lastly, you guys, let me jump back over to Keyshawn. So Keyshawn has been taken to jail, and she uses her one phone call while everybody is enjoying themselves at the party. She calls Diamond, who's also there at the party enjoying himself. Okay, and when he gets the call, he excuses himself, and of course Big Bone is watching. And she was just like, "Hey, Diamond." Okay, she done picked up the annoying habit that that damn Autumn has of speaking in riddles. "Well, the big bad wolf swallowed the key, and I thought my hair was long enough, but it wasn't. And you know, the big bad wolf is basically at the house, and can you go over there and blow the fucking house down?" I don't feel sorry for Keisha. Are you really using your one call? You using your one call to ask Diamond, who has saved you in so many instances, to go over there and kill Derek after you did what you did for him at the end of first season, and now you asking him to go kill somebody? Okay? And what's really annoying is that Diamond loves your ass so much as that he is going to do it. All right? I just was like, the nerve of this girl. I'm sure that everybody else was like, "Oh, he's about to go. The white knight is going to go over there and kill the..." I was not like that. I was just like, you really have your nerves. Okay, because girl, you done had plenty of opportunities to do something to that nigga, but you couldn't do it, which I understand it ain't easy to just go killing somebody. But you want Diamond to come in and fix your life when you couldn't fix your own life, and then you turned your back on him. Fucking irritated with that shit. Pissed me the fuck off. But of course Diamond, you know, the okie doke, you know, y'all in love and whatnots, he gonna go kill Derek. Okay, so he get, you know, he's at the parking lot and he getting all his shit together. You know, it's all covert mission and guns and, you know, black outfits and all of this. And the next thing you know, he gets attacked in the damn parking lot. It's two people, real stealth-like, okay? You motherfuckers is doing backflips and shit. It was like looking at Batman fight some people up in the... Child, they was getting a fight and everything. You could tell one was a girl. I was just like, okay, that's gonna be Big Bone over there doing roundhouses and backflips and shit. They stabbed Diamond a whole bunch of times. I was just like, see, this is why the fuck you need to leave Keyshawn's ass alone. Anyway, of course, he done been stabbed up, so he can't fight like he want to, child. They can finally go and put the gag on him and throw his ass into the trunk. And then we hear Big Bone's voice. Okay, this is the one big boss that killed our lieutenant. Okay. And she take her mask down, but we already knew it was Big Bone. And, you know, Diamond is bleeding out and looking up at her, and she looking down at him like, nigga, we could have been somebody, okay? We could have been something together. You had to go back to that damn Keyshawn, all right? And, oh boy, Big Boss was about to kill him, but then he was like, no, that's too easy. And he don't shoot him right there. He just closed the trunk door and then it ends. And I was just like, I was very upset about that, you guys. So, wrapping up season 2, it's been a great season of P-Valley. You guys already know how I feel about season 3. I'm upset that they haven't been renewed yet, and the fact that they haven't been renewed makes me worried. I have a feeling that they are not going to be renewed. I hate to speak that kind of negativity into the world, but it's just like, what? It don't take a whole fucking season for them to decide if they're going to renew this show or not. So I'm feeling not hopeful about season 3. Okay, even though we got this big showing and everything. I'm sorry, I keep on wiping my nose. But it just doesn't feel like, it feels weird. Something is weird. The way that they wrote this episode, you can tell that they were kind of trying to wrap up some storylines just in case they don't get a season 3, and they can kind of try to give the viewer a little bit of something, because nothing is worse than when we end a show and we don't get the closure that we need. People be really, really mad about that. So you can tell that Katori and her writers, they were trying to give everybody a little something, but also trying to wrap up some storylines and open some new storylines so that we can have, so that we can look forward to something if season 3 does happen. But it just doesn't feel like. So let's just go down the line. Uncle Clifford and Murder and their relationship looks like it's going to blossom. But of course, we already know all of the hard times that they are about to be in for. And then not to mention that Murder has a price on his head. Okay. Then we talking about the Pynk. The fact that the Pynk will still be there is good, but then we're going to have a prostitution ring and there's going to be drugs up in there. So the Pynk is about to change colors. We're going to call that shit dark pink. It's going to be a little bit more maroon now. Okay. Mercedes has gone off and she's got her daughter. So that story is kind of wrapped up. But Keyshawn is in jail. All right. And we still didn't get Derek killed off. So that nigga's still around and he got the kids now. Keyshawn can forget it. She ain't getting them kids back. Damn Diamond, who was trying to, save his girl, Diamond's ass is bleeding out in the back of a fucking Lincoln or something, and we don't know what's gonna happen with him. Big Bone is a problem. It's just so many other things that they can continue on, but they haven't. And I can say that I enjoyed the season, but I am disappointed that they don't have a season 3. I'm worried about the fact that they don't have a season 3, because we've seen it with Girlfriends, we've seen it with Living Single, we've seen it with what was the slave movie, the slave show with Steen and everybody. We saw it. We've seen it happen. And so I'm concerned. So I'm just hopeful that they'll keep it going, but I don't know, you guys. I sure hate to be the old... I want to be wrong, and I want to be, I want us to be able to celebrate the fact that they have a season 3. But every day that passes that they don't do it, it makes me feel like it ain't coming. So you guys tell me what you thought about the episode. I mean, I would give this episode a B. I would give it a B, maybe a lower B. It could have been better, but like I said, I kind of feel like I know what they were trying to do. So, I mean, y'all, anyway. Nigga don't feel good. I'm fixing. My nose been running the whole time I've been doing this video. I'm fixing to go in here and take these clothes off and lay it on back down. Hopefully Blue and Louie will give me some space to relax today. We got a damn book club meeting later on today. We still having a meeting, y'all. I can still get on camera, but let me get on off of here. You guys, make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is itsrox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.